thatmovieguyUK.
Hello and welcome to day 7 of the London Film Festival, and guess what? I'm not in London. I am going to be there tomorrow, and obviously I'm excited to go down and watch some movies. Obviously, because we've been to Venice, yes, I have been to Venice, and seen all the big stuff already. There was no real pressure for me to go down straight away, and I've had a nice little break while everybody else has been working very hard. Speaking to you, Luke Hearfield, you've been working hard. I am pretty excited to talk about, well, one movie that I have seen that has been in the London Film Festival, because we are lucky enough as press to get access to a online digital library, and I got to see Border. And for me, Border has been one of my most anticipated films of this year. It actually played in Un Certain Regard at Cannes Film Festival, and Ali Abbasi, the director, actually won Best Director at Cannes for this film. The main reason I really wanted to see Border was because Jean Avidi Lindqvist actually wrote Let the Right One In, which is one of my favourite, well, films of the 21st century. And I was very intrigued once I heard that he'd actually written a new screenplay and it was going to be in Swedish, so I was down. The story of Border is the story of Tina. Tina is, well, a troll, and she's living in society, having a job, having a boyfriend that she hates, and she just lives a life. And one day, another troll called Vor, who just comes across in her job as a border control officer, she finds herself, oh, I am not the only one. This may sound like a romantic comedy to you, but it's not. It is a dark Scandinavian noir movie. I don't want to spoil this, so the synopsis is very obscurely brief. Border is an amazingly Nordic fairy tale with this noir love story that just cannot be described. It has to be witnessed. Ali Abbasi has created this amazing scope of the wilderness of Sweden, and basically the film is really a metaphor for minorities and outsiders, really, because Tina is this character that stands on two worlds. She stands in the human world and she stands in the world of trolls. She doesn't know where she belongs. She knows she doesn't fit in either side, but we feel her life, and it is a very tragic existence that she has until Vor comes into, well, existence. Unfortunately, this relationship is a very toxic, and a clash of ideologies really does come across. And you go on this journey where she feels like she wants to be part of a troll rebirth, but she just can't do it to herself. She has such a great heart, and Abbasi really does show Tina's love for humanity and her love for her actual existence, as crappy as it may sound. With Border, the pacing of the film is peacefully slow. It is nice the way that it just goes from scene to scene. Abbasi gives time for reflection. He gives time for you to actually analyze what is actually going on. He wants you to witness the strange scenarios that we go through, and I will tell you, this has the strangest sex scene that I have seen in a very, very long time. Very long time. This pacing just works in the benefit of Border. It's only an hour and 40 odd minutes, so it doesn't feel that long, but there's time for you to reflect. There's time for you to feel outside like Tina does. There is time for you to think what Tina needs to think or what decisions she needs to make. You are always just on this continuous mind-boggling questions of life situations with her. Eval Melander, who plays Tina, does an amazing performance here. She has a full-on mask, as you can imagine, or you can see in the clips that you're watching as we talk. And it's impressive how her expressions are fully shown throughout Border, even though we're not really seeing her actual face. Her physical performance, it is so strong because you can feel her hunchness, you can feel when she's depressed, you can feel when she's curious, you can sense everything through her performance, and it is so key to what Border is. Eero Milanov plays Vor, and he is basically the polar opposite, as I've explained, of Tina. And this balancing act of the yin and yang variety really does work well, especially with Vor as well. His look is a lot more promiscuous, he has a lot more darkness inside him, and he really does show maybe the elements of what Trolls were, and it's not what Tina stands for. And even though you can feel this amazing love between them, they cannot be together at the same time. One scene in particular that I really love from Abasi is when they go into the forest and they're swimming in this lake and the rain is coming down. They forget who they are, they forget the world around them, they forget the stigma, they forget everything. And there's this one pure cinematic moment where you're just like, wow, this is very liberating. And you can sense that from the framing, from the overall look, from what the actors are actually doing. It is an amazingly beautiful piece of cinema. Obviously, like I said, I will be in London as of tomorrow, and we are starting tomorrow with Don Quixote. We are watching Ray and Liz, and I'm finally watching Mandy, so I'm very excited. All the reviews will be here, all my written reviews will be on my website, they will be on moviemarker.co.uk, so follow me on anything you want below. I will tweet every day while I'm there, and I can't wait to share my journey with you. So, obviously, as we say, diolch, danke, obrigado, merci beaucoup, arigato, dankeschön, bitteschön, all the shunt, and obviously, never change, and I will see you in London.